Good evening, everyone, and welcome to What Comes Up Comes Out. As you can see, I have a different background. We'll get into it a little later. Really loving that marble look. So if you have not, first, I like to do housekeeping rules. If you have not hit that notification bell, please make sure you do so. I hope y'all are having a great Saturday. I happen to be in Savannah. So let me just kind of pan the room, see outside. Obviously, they're doing construction, but that is the golf course view that I have here at the Westin in Savannah. It's beautiful. All right, so back to yours truly. So, I told you all about the Janet Jackson concert. I missed it. I know. How could I miss an iconic concert? Well, it happened. Partly because I've just been super busy with work. We've had a lot of changes. I have not been sleeping well. And a lot of that is just because I'm still dealing with the loss of my ex-husband. But also we just have been really busy. I have like 4 or 5 other trips planned this year. And trust me, my little sisters have already got on to me. You need to send a reminder to the family so we can make sure you don't miss it again. I really hate I missed it because, Janet's a mom now. I saw really quickly on one of my news feeds that's the best title that, she enjoys being called, a mom. So who's to say she's going to be, performing again? And when these types of things happen to me, what that typically means is I need to slow down, I need to pause, and I just need to take a moment to regroup. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm still here in Savannah. My sister decided to come with me, which is great. So we've been having some sister time, which is thoroughly needed. But also, we lost somebody really important, at least in my opinion, Dr. Charles Stanley, who was the pastor of First Baptist in Atlanta. And it's been hard for me because my mama used to listen to him when I was a little girl, for one, on the radio. And also on television, there's a man's voice. I don't know his name, but he will say, "Now for In Touch Ministries, Dr. Charles Stanley." And what I love about I still love it, Dr. Charles Stanley, is when I moved back from California, I was in my late 20s. He helped me understand the importance of having a personal relationship with Christ. So now that teaching is gone, he was 90 years old. It's really sad, we've lost a great leader. I got a chance to live stream. They showed it from 10 to 4, and there were a ton. That line was long. If I did not have plans to come to Savannah, I would have been in that line. Just because my mom and I got a chance to see him preach. This was before the pandemic, so maybe 2018, 2019. I had my 2 nephews with me. So it was a good experience. The church is massive. It's like a freaking museum. And I do know that he had stepped down from being the pastor during the pandemic or right afterwards, to just focus on In Touch Ministries, but he's gone. And I listen to his app, In Touch. It's a podcast, they call it now, every morning. And so I've just been kind of wondering, are they going to continue, even though he's gone? Obviously it's going to be reruns, and they said yes, they would. But it's really sad that, such a powerful man of God is no longer with us, but we all are going to have to cross that bridge one day. So the next thing I want to talk to you all about, because I'm sure some of you all are wondering, just admiring, how great my hair looks. And yes, I do realize it's 2 different colors, blonde and gold. I just couldn't let the product sit any longer. My scalp started to itch. And instead of getting it cut off like I normally do, I just told her, just give me a part. So that's what she did. But I wanted to talk about my therapy session. So I went, and it was, I cried. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I didn't think I would be crying until we got to my childhood. And she laughed. And part of what hit or resonated for me is just, she asked questions. And as I was answering those questions, she used a word that I don't associate myself with out loud, just because of the negative connotation attached to it. And the word that she used was superior. And so I cried, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be in a category with those people. But it needed to happen. I'll put her information for those of you who are in Georgia or maybe just international, because I'm sure they do like video sessions that they could probably get you all in there. I won't see her this week coming up. Like, she's that booked to capacity, in the words of Tamar Braxton. So I won't see her until like May 2nd or 3rd. So it was just eye-opening. And I didn't like how I felt. One of the things that I am learning about myself, though, is even though when people first meet me, at least in a business or professional setting, I am all about work, so I can give you like that stoic face. But I really am a meek person, that I'm learning to speak up and out loud about some things. I told one of my coworkers, one of my friends, she came to the house. I actually know we were on the phone talking, and she was like, well, Laquanis, if that's not how you felt, it's okay to say that. And so a lot of times when I don't say anything at first, it's because I'm trying to process and I'm trying to be objective and really kind of pan the whole situation. But at the same time, I don't want to be combative. Like, this woman knows what she's doing. Like, she's been talking to people for years, right? So maybe some of what she's saying is true. Anyway, more to come with that. But I did go to the session, and it was good. I learned a lot about myself. So I have another trip planned in 3 weeks. I'm going to go to Tennessee. And I'm excited because I'm getting a chance to see someone else who's iconic in my eyes. My mom took us to see Kurt Franklin and CeCe Winans years ago when they came to like the Macon Centerplex. I was like 13, maybe 16. But CeCe Winans and her husband have a church in Tennessee. Plus, CeCe's on tour. So I'm excited about going to go see her. And I plan to make sure, one, I put in the right time for work to be off. The event starts on the 12th. My sister already confirmed that, and it is a weekend. It's a 2-day pass that I bought, so I'm gonna go. Somebody said I should try and get a refund for the Janet Jackson concert. How likely do y'all think I'll get one? Comment below. It's my fault because I looked at the date wrong. She's in Atlanta today. Yeah, so I don't know. And no, that's not a booger. No, it's not a tattoo. It's a mole. It's been there for a while because my mom and my sister were both like, Precious, that's my nickname. You have something? I was like, no, it's a mole. And my sister was like, yeah, they say as you get older, stuff just starts popping up. And I said, yeah, but I'm not going to pick at it. I'm going to make sure I keep it smooth like this side of my face. I don't want it to be bumpy like this side. So that's just a little bit about what's going on with me. The last thing that's kind of on my mind is, even though I didn't make it to the Janet Jackson concert, again, I am happy that my sister and I are getting a chance to hang out. I'm tired, and I had plans to get on the water ferry to go to this other piece of property, but y'all, I'm just gonna lay in my bed. Excuse me, and I think I'm gonna be okay with it. But my sister said that she would love for us to do another day trip. So hopefully after my trip in 3 weeks, we'll be able to start doing something once a month together. Just to get away from it all. We'll probably come back to the Westin. It's nice. The valet guys have been nice. Don't y'all find it interesting if you follow the rules? So on the website, it says check-in is at 4. No one's talking. This is just in my head how everybody sounds as far as like, fine print. Check-in is at 4. We need at least an hour to prepare your room. If you come before, please call us, or something to the effect. So my sister and I get here like 10 minutes to 4, and the girl is like, yeah, we were busy last night. The room that we have for you is not ready. Now, mind you, when I booked this room, it did not ask me, did you want to be in the penthouse? Do you want to be on the, first floor? Or do you want to be running in the middle of the pad? It didn't ask me that, okay? So she was like, yeah, I don't want to tell you that 4 o'clock, because my sister and I were like, okay. My sister was like, well, didn't the reservation say 4 o'clock is what time your room would be ready? I was like, yeah. So I asked, how much longer, should we be preparing to wait? She was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to tell you. I was like, okay, so where can you put us now? Because it's 10 minutes to 4, right? And she was like, I can put you in this floor, but I mean, you're not going to be able to keep the floor that you were on. And we were like, okay, what floor were you putting us on? Because again, the website didn't say, Miss Cersei, do you want to be in the penthouse or do you want to be on the first floor? Because it didn't give me that option. Never has a hotel reservation give me that option in life. And so we were just like, top floor. Okay, great, but we are tired and we want to get in the room now. Plus, my sister wanted to get a shower. So she gets us in, and my sister and I both are walking to the elevator, and my sister goes, the customer service? I was like, where? She was like, why would she not lead with, hey, I know the reservation says 4, currently we have you booked for the 13th floor, but I can get you in, but your floor will change. Okay, why shouldn't it start like that, y'all? I don't know. It's really interesting to me because people just, maybe she panicked. I don't know. Maybe she was just freaked out because they were still dealing with people from last night for the wedding that she said they had, or the 4 wedding too. I don't know. There were 2 on this property and then 2 on the golf course she was trying to explain. I don't know. Anyway, was not impressed. And let me just say, if you know anything about the Westin brand, it didn't cost $100. Let's just put it that way. So I was just really disappointed in that part. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. What you all are seeing is the sleeve or the strap for my Victoria's Secret bathing suit that the pool did not get to see because it is lightning warning here. So they have shut the pool down for 30 minutes. And they told me to check back again. I hope I'm still awake because the way these eyes are looking, honey, and the way my head is comfortably laying on this here pillow, I don't think anybody's going to be able to see me after a few moments. So before I let you all go, I had plans to let my to have my cousin who cooks for me on Sundays, and she really helps me out tremendously. It started out, I think my cousin's been helping me now for over a year, to make sure Eric had food and I just didn't have to think about it. But she sent me a message, that her mom is in the hospital. She had a stroke. So for those of you who believe in Jesus Christ, please pray, that my cousin is strengthened by the fact that she was able to get, to the hospital to see her mom, but that my aunt makes it as far as recovery and restoration. She'll be, I forget how old is she'll be 70, 60. She's having a birthday this June. My cousin says she's okay, but you know how anyone would feel if it were their family member, especially your mom. So just, send some good vibes, that way, for my cousin. And that's about it, beautiful people. Please make sure you take time to pause, rest, and relax. I hope to not have any more blunders with my vacations because, as I mentioned to someone earlier, I have like 4 or 5 more trips planned this year. After May, I have a little bit of a break, but I do have at least 3 more this fall coming up. Excuse me. And my nails are done different, not the design that I wanted, but they got me in and out, I suppose. Other than that, I want to thank you all for continuing to be on this journey with me. What comes up comes out. I feel like my head looks like a lemon head. I've got this big old face while I'm laying down on this pillow. But it's okay. I'm alive and I have breath in my body. So thank you again for being on this journey with me. For what comes up, comes out. Don't forget to enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again, beautiful people. I hope to chat with you soon. Bye.